Tonight on Collective Stupidity. Samuel is still a villain. Did we ever touch on the padlock on the desk?
Because the orphans escaped out of my basement.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Perfect sense. Jacob forgets to hide the evidence.
There's a gun on the desk. That's also there.
Oh, there is a gun.
Yeah, there's a gun. That's just sitting there.
I forgot about that. And Robert speedruns alcoholism. How long after you arrived and first started drinking is this?
Like an hour and a half.
You had a mission,
on it.
and you completed that mission. If you were a U.S. Marine, you'd be given medals for that speed. I gotta run downstairs and make a cup of coffee. No, I don't have to do that.
I was about to start screaming. I was about to start screaming, Dominic.
You know, I put a coffee maker in my office, and that's been the biggest life improvement to my life in maybe 6 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, now you can like
Big
make
change.
coffee while we're, podcast.
This is up there with, turning 18 in terms of monumental moments in my life.
We're graduating.
Coffee maker in your room.
It's really been life changing.
Oh, man.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
I don't think it goes to say how boring my life is, or to say how much I like coffee. I really can't tell which one it is.
A little bit of both.
A little
I'd
bit
say
of
a little
both.
bit of both.
There's just
Yeah,
a,
for sure.
a lot of bit of both.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Collective Stupidity Podcast. It's the only podcast on Earth that is named the Collective Stupidity Podcast, and we're so happy to have you here. Or at least I am. I don't know what Robert's got going on.
Fuck you.
But, okay, yeah, that's what he's got going on. He's not too happy, I guess. But
Not happy at all.
everyone else is happy to have you here. He's just
Speak
a
for
little
yourself, Sonny.
Personally, I'm ecstatic.
Okay, me and Dominic are ecstatic about having you here.
I'm not just
Hellacious.
pants and
Is that even the right
extended
word?
And Samuel and Robert are not quite as fond of having you here. But that's okay, because their opinions don't matter, because they've all lost shares.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he's right.
You did it in unison! No, fuck off. Oh my god, okay. So, before we get into any meat and potatoes topics here, I have an announcement. Are you guys ready for my announcement?
Nope.
Yes.
Maybe.
You don't have to sound so concerned, number one. Okay. Number two, debuting this Friday, finally, after 18 fucking weeks, we have short form content. Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! I'm happy to announce that we are now on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, we are at Collective Stupidity Pod. Because
Is it a happy thing to say? Like, have we slumped down a level of TikTok? This is the
that's where all the kids are at. That's where all the kids are at. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we got to be. And then we're also on Instagram at Collective Stupidity Podcast. And I noticed last night, by the way, at 4 a.m. that somehow, and I don't know how this happened, 3 of my friends somehow tracked this account down and followed it, even though there's nothing on it, and I haven't told 2 of them about this podcast, and yet they follow it, which is interesting. So, one of them is Josh, interestingly enough, and the first, he messaged the account, and he just said, "Oh, okay," which is really cool.
Oh, God.
But I have no idea why they decided to do that. I don't know. I'm gonna have a conversation with each of them and figure out their what they've done
motives.
here. Yeah,
Jacob,
but,
when he can't micromanage people.
well, it's not about micromanaging people. It's just like I don't understand how they even found it, because there's nothing on it. I set up the account on like Sunday.
This must be a good thing. This has to be a good thing, though, right? Because this means the podcast is transmitting beyond our control, which is good.
That's true. Yeah.
That's like it's interesting because that not only is it how like podcasts spread on the internet, that's also how viruses spread. And both
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
we all know.
Yeah, we've gone
We're
literally
becoming a plague
viral
on the society.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, so follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, whatever, do whatever the fuck you want. And I will say I haven't actually finished getting all the shorts done. I've made good progress on them, but I haven't finished yet because Dominic hasn't sent me that folder until now. So I was waiting for that.
It's happening. It's
But
happening.
it's happening, and that's what matters. But you're gonna notice that there's 3 distinct form of subtitles on the shorts, because the first one like a podcast episode I edited with Opus Clips. You guys remember? I read all those AI titles, and that has a certain form of subtitles. that it uses, and then I was using a DaVinci Resolve plugin to add the subtitles on the next bunch I edited. And now I'm using a completely different method of adding the subtitles. So depending on what episode of short you see, it's going to look totally different. And I just think that's interesting because I'm not going back and redoing them. So that's just how it's going to have to be. Dominic, if you got a topic you'd love to hit me with,
Was that your topic, talking about the
that was my
shorts?
topic, yes, because I'm trying to keep the episode below an hour and a half. So
yeah,
I'm
good.
Good thing I'm
desperately.
gonna be talking for like 3 hours.
You
I
better
feel like
fucking not.
I feel like I want to tease you for how like kind of pathetic that is, but to be fully honest, I have less. Really.
I'm really gonna have to pick up the slack here.
Yeah,
Oh
fuck.
god.
Okay, so I think today, and if this goes long, it's okay. We'll just cut out somebody else's. But I think this is interesting.
Oh, okay.
If my bit goes long, we'll just cut out Robert's entirely. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Not again.
So sorry about it.
He offers that surprisingly often too. Like it's his bit to cut.
I'm
Scott
just
Robert.
expendable as
I have an absolute fascination with people's workspaces, right? It's like people's desks, people's offices.
Mhm.
There's some great Reddits out there that go through people's workspaces, not just although there's interest when you see like Frederick Douglass's workspace or
See, I
Yeah,
think you might be the only person in existence
Office.
who finds this interesting.
I might be the only person in existence. This is
Oh, a
whole Reddit-
cubicle! And then you're just frothing at the mouth.
I'm looking at the
Yes.
Reddit for it, and there's 200,000 members here, so there must be some interest here. But I think what we should do now is take a quick photo of our workspaces, right, like our office, a desk, and then we can.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
Must we?
I don't
You're not
know.
gonna-
I don't
you're
know.
not gonna
about
like what
that.
I got. You're not gonna like what I got going on here.
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
think,
You know
I
what?
think it's
For the
better,
bit.
right, when we do this, because not only is it unprepared, right, because that's good. It's good that it's unprepared because there's no time for you to like to prep your desk or hide things. I want to see your desk raw, how it really is in the reality. For
Well,
real, for real.
Well,
With toilet paper and lube and all that. I want to see all that.
well,
I'll start things off. I'm gonna send you over the Discord a photo of my current desk, and after the show, I'm gonna send you a blurred version because there's a couple of things here I'm gonna blur out.
I'm gonna actively start dusting my desk if no one minds.
Yeah,
well,
you know.
I already took a picture. I already took a picture of my, and I say this and I say this with quotes, desk.
Hey, aren't you just sitting on like a couch or something most of the time?
I've stood. You'll see when I send when I send my workspace.
Why is it loading so long? What is this?
Come on, Dominic, sometime today.
well, so I had to take the photos, man. Give me a minute. I had to like stand up and put my headphones
Dog,
on.
take it with. Dog, do you just put your phone on like 0.5, lean back, and then take a photo of the desk?
Shut the fuck up.
I don't need to. Twin, I don't need to see the wall behind your
There we
desk.
go. I sent you some photos.
Oh wow.
Wow, he
Ooh.
even has a tablecloth.
He does. He's
Low
fancy
key.
like that.
I go all in. I go all in.
You
of my,
sure do.
My desk. I like-
Oh,
Look,
that's a
it's the flex.
big fox plushie there.
It's a
Oh
giant
yeah.
Ooh,
Man, no
That's-
wonder Nick Weil was your comfort character.
big red flag.
Slowly but surely,
What is-
people are starting to see things my way.
What is that
Slowly but-
post-it note doing on your monitor?
Let's go over some details here.
And why
I feel
is
like
your wall neon green? What are you doing here?
That's the color the wall is.
Forget about the desk. Let's talk about the house.
Yeah, I'm so confused about the design choices here, Dominic. What? I don't... Is that... Okay. There's like 3 different types of walling here. Like, we have the neon green wall. We have... Right next to the door, we have that darker blue tile siding, whatever. It looks like you're pushed up against a garage door immediately past that.
So, all right, so let's get some. So if we're gonna talk about what's behind the desk. So this is like the setting for the desk. This is good.
Right, okay.
My house I live in right now is straight from 1972,
Mm-hmm.
and it has not been remodeled. And the downstairs had an extent put on in the 90s, but the upstairs is just it's all the same. And so we have one wall that's textured,
Mhm.
and it's this like kind of wood grain-ish kind of. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's textured with these designs, and that's the only wall, not just in the room, in the whole house that's textured. Just that wall.
Awesome.
Okay. Interesting.
And so when I was in high school, I had the room painted, right? So I chose. It looks like neon green, but it's not. It's like a soft green
Mhm.
for the normal walls, and I chose a dark green to contrast it on the textured wall.
Mhm.
I thought that looks pretty good.
Mhm.
And that's what I did.
So give us a rundown on what you have on your
I'm
desk.
gonna give you a
here,
rundown
Ryan.
of what I have
You have a
on my desk.
computer,
I do have a computer.
Why'd you say
I
it
have
like that?
a keyboard.
Computer. What the fuck are we doing
I'm
here?
sensitive, Rob, but is not nearly as into this as I am.
I know. Listen. Fuck Robert. I am thrilled. Please. This might be your
Yeah.
best bit yet. Honestly.
Elaborate. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get into it.
I can't tell it's sarcastic. I'm assuming this because
It's actually a little bit sarcastic because I do think your Tom story. I just went through that recently.
that was a
I
good
do
one.
really
Yeah.
like that bit. But this is definitely a very close second.
Appreciate it, bud. And that's no, I peeked on my desk. You can't see it because it's behind the left mod. The second one is a HP Pavilion. It's one of those desktop computers. I bought it at Best Buy. It's the same one I stole some memory cards, RAM cards out of a different computer and slapped into that computer.
Oh, I
and it
remember
works
that.
great.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, Dominic. I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the baboon in the room? Why do I see a sign that says JK Baboon behind your second monitor? What is going on there, Dominic? I need to know. Let me know.
It's something else.
My brother, my dearest brother, who I was gonna say not with us, but that means he's dead. No, he's just in Buffalo. When we were kids, we had a nickname for him. It was J.K. Baboon, and it's kind of hard to explain in a single word. But I had a sign made for it, like 7
Interesting.
years ago. But in front of my computer, I have a Dell monitor. I don't really show exactly what kind of Dell monitor it is. All I know is that I got it for free.
Mm-hmm.
My company I used to work for used to be a janitor. For a I'm not gonna name it because I quit that job. I don't like that job. Actually, I think I probably could just name it. It's oh shit, now I don't know what the name was, but it was a company. It was a autism intervention center in Rochester. That's not Golisano because that's the obvious one. And I was a janitor, right? And the company was pretty bad, and I ended up quitting for a whole slew of reasons. But anyway, when they sent me a monitor, this one, and it's a really nice one, and then I quit, and they never asked for it back. And now it's my monitor. So
Lovely.
I love stealing from big corporations.
I do too.
Might as well. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I do feel a little bit bad when it's a corporation I approve of, but like this company was pretty sleazy, so I do think it's a little more justified.
Yeah, when you were like, yeah, it's an autism like support company, I was gonna be like, Dominic hates supporting autistic people.
Which is ironic
really
considering the company he keeps.
Yeah. Like there's some really good ones out there, right? Like like U of R is great, Golisano is great, but this particular one is not that good. But that's where I got the monitor from. It's my second monitor, and then my first monitor is a Apple Cinema display from 2006. I bought it at a Goodwill for I'm looking at the price right now, $50.31.
That monitor is as old as I am.
Yeah, there's gonna be a recurring trend here, as you're about to see. If you move forward to the Mighty Mouse, the best mouse, as we all know.
Yeah, fucking this shit.
Which I also bought at a Goodwill for $1.50. And the keyboard is a complimentary keyboard for the mouse when it came out with it from an iMac, which is also from a Goodwill from a couple years ago.
Bro thrifted together a PC setup.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's the most Dominic setup I've ever seen. It makes
It's amazing.
sense.
I love it.
Yeah.
If you look, we're gonna go back to the left side of the desk. I have my Scarlett, not my Scarlett, my Focusrite Scarlett, which is the little red box, which is the XLR interface for my microphone, which is from a Goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
And then my actual microphone, which is a Shure Beta, which is also from a
Goodwill.
I was so happy when I saw this. It's like a Shure mic. Like it's a proper mic. We had the same ones in the sound booths at our school.
No kidding.
Pretty much the same mic. This is a beta, which means that it has a bit more of a different pickup pattern, but it's besides that, it's the same microphone. And it was like $6. I think it might have been out of Savers. It was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna steal that. I mean, steal in a sense. I picked it up for less than it was worth. I didn't actually steal it from Savers.
I mean, stealing from Goodwill is a whole new level of low.
Low. And it's connected to a mic arm, which is also from a Goodwill. And some mic cable, which is also from Goodwill. Below that is not from Goodwill. I did buy it used. Is my tablet. I use it for like drawing and stuff on occasion.
He bought it from a Salvation Army.
No. You ever been to a Best Buy? You know those displays they have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy those.
You can buy those?
I had no idea until I was talking with my dad. It's like, oh yeah, you can go to the Best Buy and ask, the old displays when they upgraded to the new iPhone, they sell them as used, and you can buy them for really cheap. And I was like, that can't be true. Then I went there and I asked the guy, I was like, oh yeah, you can buy them. So this is a Tab, Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, whatever. I don't really know what it is. All I know is the big one, and I bought it used because it used to be on display. Even on the back of the tab, you see these security circle left a mark on it from where it used to be had the security thing. It's a used tablet, and I bought it.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Behind everything in the far left of this first image, I had my printer, which is not from a Goodwill. I bought that at a garage sale for $1.
$1?
$1, yeah, and it had no ink. But I found I had a card. No, that's not true. That's not true. I'm thinking of a different thing. I bought that. It had like half a thing of toner left in it, and the toner is what gets you, right? Like you buy a printer for like $40, but then the toner is like it's like $200 for a refill. It's like that's how they get you. But then at the other company I work at my summer camp, I bought the printer up with me because the actual printer they have, the industrial one, is just terrible. It never works. And this year it didn't work either. And so for like 8 weeks straight, this giant summer camp used my printer as the primary printer at the camp. And they would shove 2,000 to 3,000 sheets of paper through that thing a day, and it just took it. But the benefit of that is they bought me ink for it.
Well, that's nice.
I'm still living off of it. I have like a box of ink in my closet of toner. I'm good for like days.
Type shit.
Type shit. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
I mean, knowing the organization that summer camp is a
which
part
I can't
of,
name, and you can't either, but yeah,
it makes total sense.
Yeah. And then behind my phone charger there, I have a Wi-Fi extender, and then I have a disk drive and a whole bunch of crap down there. And my watch, which I should send you, I have not only have a fascination of workspaces, I have a fascination of watches. And I gotta send you my girl. I have a fossil. So moving on to the right here, we just have a file full of folders and whatnot. You can see my Zootopia comic there too. And then if you go to the next image, right one, you can see actually it's pretty much the same image. You see more of my mic. You can see my coffee maker, which has improved my life so much.
Is that red coffee maker? Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is.
And then you see my giant red fox, which is named Orion. He stays there, sort of cubby hole.
Sorry, what's the name? I missed that.
Orion. Orion's belt.
Orion.
Nice.
All of my stuffed animals are named after either like Greek gods or constellations.
Awesome. That's so nerdy of you.
Greek,
actually, it's pretty cool.
And you don't really see it, but above my desk there's a shelf. And if you look closely in the left image, it's just Wheeze.
Of course it is.
And that is the end of my desk setup. All of this is on a folding table that has a tablecloth over it.
Of course.
And I thought this is like a nice like family heirloom.
I bought this from like a Walmart.
Like 1950 oak. Shield your eyes.
Fuck it, let's go. This ain't bad. This isn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, okay. So pretty much all you got. If you can't see my lap,
why is it floating on a void? It's floating on nothing. It's just floating on black.
It does look like it's floating. No, I'm wearing this is a gray recliner, but I have a black cover on it because my cats keep scratching it. Speaking of which, you can see one of them at the top of the cat tree in the background.
Oh, I do see that.
Okay.
But the reason why it looks like it's floating is because I'm also wearing a black robe.
That black robe.
Yeah.
Sith Lord. Okay.
I mean, there's really nothing to explain to it. I have this like lap tray that I've had since like COVID. That I have the computer on it, and then I have like the an end table next to me where I plug my computer into. I plug my phone into it as well. It's connected to the wall. It has like outlets in it and shit. I don't know what else can I say about that. I have those two folding chairs in the background that have been down here since like December.
Awesome.
That I just haven't brought back up to the garage.
Nice.
Quite literally, that's like 30 feet away from me. I have a pile of dirty laundry at the foot of my bed, which is on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Based.
all right.
Oh yeah, I also just have like a whole like table chair sitting next to me, like directly next to me. That's like my other end table. You can actually see that I have a whole ass table down here on the right. That chair that's at the table,
That's pretty nice.
which I just put good garbage and shit on.
So this is kind of why I like this kind of stuff. Like you see the duality of people, right? Like you see Robert, who I'm sure you're very content just working a laptop and a sofa, and that's
Yeah.
fine for you. I'm pretty sure if I had to do that, I'd kill myself at some point. This is the brilliant duality, right? Like you and I work differently, and I find that fascinating how people work differently and still produce efficient work. I mean that's kind of the
How
amazingness of it.
bold of you to say that I work.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't know if you
that
know
is
Robert Calhoun the way I know Robert Calhoun.
I mean, I do some pretty intense work. I can imagine. Yeah, you may.
I watch YouTube.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. You're gonna have to walk me through this, right? I mean, I can make
Okay.
most of it out. Like your laptop, what is your laptop on? What is that? Is it a
So
printer?
so my laptop, I move it around a lot. The Juggernaut doesn't have a particular space it stays on.
The
So
Juggernaut.
the Juggernaut I place right on top of my scanner. It is an Epson Perfection V600, and this is
Oh,
what I
wow.
use to scan my drawings, and that's pretty much what it's for. It's a big boy, and it does its job immensely well. I love this fucking thing. Which the only problem is it takes up so much space that I have to put things on top of it. So
Nah, it do be like that. It do be like that.
it do be like that. As you can see, there is a 20-sided die, the red thing, like right underneath it.
Yeah,
which
I see it.
I don't really use, and I should throw it away. But I don't own a fidget spinner, and I like to play around with it, so it stays on my desk.
I don't own a fidget spinner. It's crazy work.
What year is it? 2012?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. All right, it used to be a big thing. Also, for the record, I have tried one of those. Most boring thing I've ever owned in my life. It is so dull. I can't believe that it actually fucking works. Matter of fact, I don't think it does. I think it was a fad, and that's why we don't hear about them anymore. But, needless to say, if you can glance, you'll also see that I have like a weird little plastic thing. That white little piece of.
Okay. It's a white little thing with a hole on the top, presumably to hang it, and I don't know what it is. What is this thing?
Yeah, that so maybe a little TMI. That holds that is the plastic protection for a toenail clipper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
So,
whatever.
Does this extrapolate out to you clip your toenails at your desk?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. So, to be fair, right? My desk is like it is like right next to my bed. So I'm clipping my toenails in my bedroom. It just happens to be right next to my desk.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not.
You sound distressed. You sound unusually.
You sound genuinely concerned.
Yeah. I want to say like I'm not. I'm trying to say I'm not judging, but I am judging a little bit.
Why are you doing?
What are you judging about that?
I don't know. I don't clip my nails in my bedroom. My bedroom is my office, but I don't clip my toenails. I do that in the bathroom.
In the bathroom? Oh.
Although I guess it actually isn't that bad. I might be overacting a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of
it actually, but you know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Thank you for protecting me from this clean freak.
What else is back there? Is that a DS I see?
That is a 3DS. That is a 3DS, my guy. I have a 3DS, and it is one of the best purchases I've made in a long time. I'll tell you, I had a 3DS that had like oodles of games on it. And then I gave it to my little sisters because I'm nice like that. I let them play.
And then they destroy it within moments.
It got lost. I don't know what happened to it. It got lost. It got destroyed. Something happened. I had to buy a whole replacement DS, and then I literally had to wrangle with like technical support at Nintendo to give me access to my account so I could re-download
Nintendo's Nintendo support. It's not strong. Nintendo's Nintendo support. It's not what you'd call supportive.
No, it's not. It's
Even
not
though it's
supported at all.
literally in the name.
Even though it's in the
name. We do not achieve.
I kid you not, gentlemen. This was a week-long process. It was a fight. So this is the the trophy of my labor. A nice, sleek, black 3DS with all my games that I haven't finished yet, and I have not played this damn thing since last year, August of last year. Ever since I met you guys, actually. So I blame you all for that.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Has absolutely nothing to do with school. That school is not the reason I don't play the 3DS. It's specifically that I met these three guys.
Yeah, it's us three stooges. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep. The scapegoat. Okay, so you have to explain this to me. So I see a computer. You have a monitor. What is this thing to the right bottom of your monitor? Is that a second computer? Is that like a little?
So
what is
that? That is a computer. That is a miniature PC from China.
It's a mini PC. Okay.
It's a mini PC. Yes, Taiwan is not a country. Write that down.
They call it Chinese
to Tiananmen Square.
What happened to Tiananmen Square? Yes, so
I'm sure that there is no controversy whatsoever.
Yeah, no controversy whatsoever. So
I hope you're prepared for the backlash that you're going to face for that, Sam. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen, dicks out for the people of Taiwan.
No. There's Sam's weekly out-of-pocket statement, and we're going to move on swiftly.
Okay, fine. It. So, yeah, that's a miniature PC. It is weird because you would think that it would have broken down. I bought that like in 2020 probably. 2000 like. What the fuck?
Sorry, yes. I'm really hung up on that soundbite.
I gotta. This totally just reminds me. Is completely off scale, but it's related. My mother uses the same PC she's had when I was born. I've been trying to convince her. It might be like a 2002 Walmart HP like desktop. It runs Windows 7. It has a gigabyte of RAM. Right, it's an old PC. It has fucking PS2 connectors in the back for like an old school keyboard, that kind of stuff, right? I've been trying to convince her to buy a new computer because about once a month now, when she has to print off like tax forms or something, she'll call me and be like, "Yeah, I don't know how to do it. How do I do this again?" It's like, Mom, I understand you can't print a PDF. I understand you can't open Gmail. It's because it's Google does not. It's Windows 7, Mom.
It's time to let go.
I open up Microsoft Excel and it takes an hour for it to boot and then it freezes. I know it freezes. It's older than me. Between the time of between when you bought that and now, all right, we had 9/11. You gave birth to me, right? Sudan became a country twice, right? Like, this happened. We've bought maybe 20 cars since then, Mom. You cannot keep this PC. We've been through 6 presidential elections. Like, you need to get a new. But she doesn't. She doesn't. But she tells me it's close enough and it works. And I've given up.
I mean, you see the miniature PC. You can see my wallet, the receipt. You can see
I do.
A mug and a can and a
is that
wireless
a ring
mouse.
On your desk? Do you wear?
No.
I know you wear some rings, but is that a ring or is that like a hair tie or something?
That is actually not a ring. That is a wheel to a Lego truck. I've just been too lazy to put it back in the box.
Walk me through this second photo, Sam. I see a whole bunch of Magic the Gathering on a bed.
Yes. So that was like literally impromptu. This is where I sleep. I don't sleep on Magic the Gathering cards.
Sleeps on cards.
No, I don't. That's insane. It's literally because I have Magic Night tonight, and I'm like quickly trying to put together a deck as fast as I can.
Nerd virgin.
So I can. Okay, well that's hurtful. and
did
also,
you just whisper nerd, or did you whisper virgin?
I coughed nerd virgin. Yeah,
nerd virgin.
I did both of those things.
So that's why it sounded like you said a slur. I was like, did you just call him the N-word?
I mean, with some people, nerd virgin is a slur. I mean, like that.
Hey Sam, you have Magic the Gathering night tonight. You fucking
It's like, oh my god, why?
I cannot say I did that, Robert. I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
Yeah,
As
no.
we all know, only black people play Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
It's definitely not
Yes.
anything that's more popular with like white middle school nerds.
Yes.
It's definitely not true.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the only black person at my pod, right? That's for sure. That's like,
Okay, so get Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. You can see the binder. I got a couple notebooks where I just write down notes. If you look off to the corner of the bed, you can see Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball neatly placed on top of a Sports Illustrated magazine. Which
and right there is like a metaphor for America right there. It's right you've got like grody bed sheets upon whatever it is, like American United the magazine. On top of it, you got Sailor Moon. Like it's all the demographics in one.
All the demographics in one.
The duality of man right there.
I'm using it. Yeah. I'm using it for art. I swear to God, it's.
I'm sure you are.
If
I'm an artist.
He's gooning.
We caught him
if you
in
put
the
that on like a
goon.
pedestal in like a Banksy museum, it'd be right in place with some of that other terrible art.
And the last thing to point out, which I think is something interesting, you can see right off to the right side, not the left, right side, you can see the Magic, named after the, it's a laptop named after the X-Men character Magic, who I fucking hate, because this laptop is trash.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Rivals reference.
No, I just dislike her as a person, and Marvel. Yeah, she's terrible, Marvel. Yes, okay, I'll admit. Listen. This is my work laptop. It is old as shit.
Like
it
you.
Does not work. Yeah. What? Kill him?
No, I said like you, because you said old as shit.
Like, old as shit? Come on, man. That's like, come on. What?
Listen, man.
I'm not.
Listen, man. You're not, like, at least... The cutoff of being old, to me, is if you're over 3 years older than me, you're old. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's the cutoff. One of these. Listen, man. I hope to God that when you reach the age of 24, you're not prematurely balding. Because if you are,
I mean, if my genealogy is anything to go by, if I were to follow like my grandfather or any of those people, I will be bald at 25, 26.
Oh,
I'm going to enjoy the ponytail now while I can. And then once it starts to go, I'm going to go full on bowling ball.
Oh, God. When you say full on bowling ball, are you going to get a Sharpie and draw the holes on your head? Like, what does that mean?
I might have to. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to do that now.
Oh my God. If you end up having to do that, do not move out of the state so that I can get the full bald Dom experience.
When I go bald, I'm going to go for the Michael Stevens. Let me send you a photo. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh,
Michael
yeah.
Stevens.
Yeah. Hold on. Copy.
Oh,
the
twin. You should have just said fucking Vsauce.
I'm gonna go on a full on that.
Oh yeah.
Vsauce. But nobody calls him Michael Stevens.
Yeah,
Dom.
nobody calls him Michael Stevens.
Michael Stevens.
How dare I use his actual name? Very sorry about that.
You doxed Michael Stevens.
What would you call Markiplier? Oh, Mark Fishbach.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. We gotta teach Dom proper YouTube etiquette. We'll make an episode out of it.
I think he can call Michael Stevens. He calls himself Michael Stevens.
Yeah, because that's him.
That's his name.
It would be like, me, Robert, not me, Little Hoon.
And then we got my bed.
I'm so sorry. Did we ever touch on the padlock on the desk?
What? Oh, right. Yeah, the padlock.
Why is that?
That's where
Explain.
Because the orphans escaped out of my basement.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Perfect sense. For you, that makes sense.
Okay, right. I'm imagining either it's going to be like a dungeon or it's going to be a mouse cage.
There we go. Mouse cage or dungeon.
All right, hold on.
Either one.
That was almost the wrong image. I almost sent you the Balkan Summer image again.
Okay.
Balkan Summer.
Balkan Summer.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
They are sending. Here they are.
Retard.
Fuck off, dickhead.
And this is not bad at all.
I do like the desk. I like the physical desk. The physical desk is the best one we've had.
It is.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's just the contents unpotting the desk, which I take issue.
Okay, first off,
I
Jacob,
thought-
are you left-handed with the mouse, or is that right? Because that's also like not a lot of room to the right.
No, normally my mouse is in like roughly the middle of the desk, kind of at an angle.
Okay, because I was gonna say
That was I
you're
had
holding...
just had it there. No, that's not where it usually stays. I do also have a relatively high sensitivity on my mouse, so I don't need as much space. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Who's
Let's
the,
walk through this. I'm looking
yeah,
over
walk
the
through
first thing I see. The first thing that draws my eye is that Theodore Roosevelt as a bust.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it
Good man.
absolutely is.
You big fan of Teddy Roosevelt?
I
You big
love
fan of
Teddy Roosevelt, dude. You have no idea. You have no idea.
No,
I
you
love
gotta go over
Theodore
this.
Roosevelt.
He is
He's
one
my
of the
fucking
better
goat.
presidents of all time.
Fucking go.
Like
Okay, so I see
everything I learn about Theodore Roosevelt, the more I love him, dude. He's just like he got shot and continued a speech. Like that's base as
Yeah.
fuck. You know how much aura points that gave him?
That
really
is.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot on this desk.
There
you
is.
kind of go for the messy, which is fine. It's meant to be judgmental. Blue Yeti mic. That's a nice mic.
That's
That
a
is
blue
a nice
snowball. It's actually dog shit. It's the
Oh,
okay.
it's the worst version of a blue Yeti. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I hate it. I'm looking to replace it very soon.
I'll let
It's
you know
served
if
my
you can
purposes
follow
for
my
about
content.
4 or 5 years now, but yeah, it's got to go.
Or more.
I'll let you know if I'm gonna sell a mic. That may or may not be in my near future.
Uh-huh.
I've got
Well,
a whole bunch-
Jacob, it sounds like you need to go to Goodwill.
Yeah.
Whatever
I
Goodwill
cannot believe
Dominic
how
went
often-
to.
I mean, I don't see mics so often, but maybe about once a month or so, I'll see a mic just pop up for like $10,
Mhm.
and usually I snag them whenever I see them pop up. So as a result, I have like 15 mics
Okay.
just sitting in a box.
Nice. And you were considering selling me one. Wow. Okay, I see how it is.
Yes.
Good to see how our friendship has meant nothing to you.
Well, I would give you a discount.
A
Awesome.
discount on an already incredibly cheap
Yeah.
microphone.
Yeah. What is it gonna
I'm
put? What are you
sorry,
gonna do?
would
Are
you rather
you
me-
gonna
would
pay
you rather
me?
me have like
Are you gonna make me pay you more
Would you
than the
rather me have
fucking
like a
price of Goodwill? Like, what are you gonna do?
Would you rather have me like I don't know, make a subscription service to use my mic? Or would you rather have it?
Honestly,
wow,
it would
yeah.
be pretty funny.
It would be
It would
kind
be
of fun. I'm gonna
funny.
think about that now.
Yeah.
Maybe like 1 cent a month. I might have to do that. What watch? Is it a G-Shock? Casio G-Shock watch? God, I am
Sure.
but I recognize that from the photo. I
Yes,
should.
no
I need to-
idea.
I have honestly no idea. I didn't buy it. It was a gift from my mother.
Oh, a gift. That makes
so,
sense. That
so
makes sense.
I don't know. I just know it looks nice. And
Where's
so-
your computer?
Huh? What's up?
Where's your computer? I see your monitors. Is that it under your computer?
No,
Yeah,
it's
if
at
you
the
look
bottom.
if you look directly in one of the whatever images has like the right half of my
Oh,
desk.
I see it. I
It's-
see it. I
it's
see it poking
bottom right,
down
yeah.
there. I think this is pretty alright for a desk, to be honest. It's got a lot of stuff going on, but I can appreciate the maximalist kind of busy workspace. What is
Yeah.
this motivation launch pad with the buttons on it? What is that?
So this is a Launchpad Mini that I have jerry rigged into a soundboard I can use.
Very
Ah.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things taken. There's a gun on your desk. I mean, that's also there. I mean, I assume it's like an aircraft gun.
Oh, there is a gun.
Yeah, there's a gun. That's just sitting
Forgot
there.
about that. Yeah, no, that's the gun I use when the ops pull up. When,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
When people have a funny habit of just pulling up to my house without calling or texting, and so whenever they do, I have a gun ready to point at them.
Is this a funny habit, as in a funny habit that I should also do, or is this just a funny habit?
No,
Not if you want-
it's funny habit as in it's actually my least favorite thing anyone has ever done to me.
Well, clearly you haven't met my people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I actually have met some of your people because Joshua Nowacki and are the people that fucking do it all the time.
Yeah.
And they piss me off about it, but that's neither here nor there.
So now you have a gun to kill him.
Yeah. Well, I should
Is
point
that
out
supposed to be-
this is a BB gun. This is a BB gun
Oh,
pistol.
okay.
This is not a
It's
real,
not like an
He
actual.
actually just
not a real
guns down his
firearm.
friends.
Not a real firearm.
So, like, where the hell in New York State did you find a license for a pistol?
Yeah.
Those are not easy to come by. Those cost thousands.
Yeah.
So,
No, not an actual.
no way. No.
Here,
Like, my dad
here's
is
the
fine to go
here's the
up to
here's the little
license.
tip for you,
Not
Dominic.
an easy process.
It's unregistered.
It's a registered firearm.
That does make so much sense.
Yeah.
That tracks so hard of what I know about you. Like my dad is trying to get a pistol license in New York State for years now, and it's so difficult to get because it's a concealed firearm. It's not an easy license to get. You pretty much have to either be a police officer or Andrew Cuomo to get one of those. And my dad is not a police officer, nor is he Andrew Cuomo.
He has neither of these things.
Yeah.
No.
Oh god.
Very cool. Very cool. I approve.
Can I field any further questions? Is there anything else I can answer for the people?
There's a lot of tissues on your desk. A lot of tissue boxes. Should I be concerned about
Oh
that?
boy.
No, so that's a kind of a tradition that I started where
Goons.
No. When I had COVID, I was going through a lot of tissues, and they just kind of stacked up, and I liked the verticality of it. It kind of blocks off the door a little bit, and it's It also works as a nice little display too. So I just kind of kept it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I like it. I like the commitment to the bit right there. That's pretty good.
I
thought you were about to say, as a tradition, about once a day, I just delve into.
That's not where I was going. No.
Tradition. I can't tell. Is he gooning or is he just autistic? Autism wins every day.
I like the little ship in the
Autism
bottle.
wins every day.
Yeah. That's the ship in the bottle is it's actually for the USS Constitution for one that went to Boston. A little souvenir.
Oh,
nice.
Is that like a recent addition to the desk?
Yeah, it's in like 3-ish weeks ago, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And who's the woodchuck? Who's the woodchuck?
That's a groundhog. That's a groundhog. So that's.
I thought that was an otter.
No, that's a groundhog, and so that's a long story. But the short story is I have a thing with groundhogs. We don't really get along, and so my dad thought it'd be funny if he bought a groundhog plushie and put a cape on it and gave it to me.
That makes sense.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well. Wow. I mean, I guess I actually think that's fine. The only issue I can come across is you're still running Windows 11. I downloaded Windows 10, and it was superior.
Listen, I listen, because like to downgrade, right? You have to like get rid of like all the shit on your C drive, right?
You have to re-download everything.
Yeah,
it's
and I'm not doing that because Dominic, I'll tell you what, I have like I have a 2 terabyte like C drive, and I have 149 gigs free. I'm not going through all that. I'm gonna be honest.
All of my stuff's on hard drives, like disk drives, which worries me because it's hot now in New York and it's humid, and my house is not air conditioned. And these drives, sitting in 100% humidity and 90-degree weather, chugging through multiple Photoshop files at once, multiple. One of these are gonna fry, and I'm gonna be,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really sad when I lose all of my work and my animation projects. So I might have to buy a second one just to back it up.
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
Definitely,
it's gonna fire eventually. It's not gonna last forever.
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty good. I'm just gonna be conscious of time here. Any other details you want to share about your desk? Any other questions? Anything to go to the group?
Yeah. Any question? I got nothing to really add.
No,
I'm all good.
I've seen that frog person before. That's Pants Man. It's something with
Yeah,
pants.
Pants Man. Yeah, it's Martin Cedar Pants. Yeah.
Martin Cedar Pants. I was right about that. I'm amazed.
Wow, who the fuck is Martin Cedar Pants?
He's a YouTuber. He's I will send a link to his YouTube channel, which I know no one's gonna go to, but that's.
I know about Cedar Pants. I know him from some of his like animation stuff. It was like a stock photo.
He has the meme frog. He just photoshops it onto a bunch of guys in suits.
Yeah.
Oh!
I like that a lot.
It's it is very U coded in that way. It's this guy. He plays games and does a lot of stupid shit, and then he has the funny frog PNG.
Okay.
And then the other thing of note is if you look in the first picture on the right, you will see a little book with a man on it, and that is a quote book of quotes from my 12th grade math teacher.
Wait, what on the? That's what that book is? Quotes for your?
Yeah, it's titled "Mr. Johnson's Wonderful Book of Quotes and Stories, Volume 2."
Read us a quote.
Here, this is a good one. I also stole my friend's clothes in high school. I went round to this guy's house and had some guys running distractions on his mom, and I came out with garbage bag after garbage bag of his clothes. Best part is that he had no clothes to change into when he went to see his girlfriend the next day. They never caught me.
God.
They never saw it coming.
They never saw it coming.
I'm liking this guy. This guy is speaking to me at a deeper
Dude,
level.
it was a hell of a I'm telling you now, most of my effort in class was just writing all the quotes down. Like, it was a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that's your math teacher, but from an angle, from the JPEG, it looks a little bit like John F. Kennedy. So I thought it was a John F. Kennedy autobiography, which I would also expect you to have a copy of somewhere.
It is not.
You seem like the kind of person who would like John F. Kennedy.
Or at least like the assassination. Like what I could have done differently. Why
do you guys always assume I'm some kind of threat to society? Like,
wow.
I mean, like, are you not a threat to
I
society?
am.
Yeah,
Why do you
honest.
assume it? Why do you assume it? Damn it!
It's the Darkman aesthetic. I'm sorry, the people of the Darkman aesthetic. You gotta, you gotta take your special precautions there.
Okay.
You're quiet. You're antisocial.
Can we move swiftly on to the next topic?
Are you calling me the
next
school
topic.
shooter type right now? Is that what you're doing?
I mean,
that's not what I
I'll
was
be real
going
with you.
for, but I think it's the
When I first met you and I invited you to the group, it was specifically so you did not shoot us.
That's so fucked up. What the fuck? And that's also not even how it happened. What are you talking about?
I don't even know.
We made us get into groups, and I stood up and I walked to you because you were a cool guy in a cool hat, and I said, I need to be a part of this, and I joined the group myself. Thank you very much. That's what happened. So let's get that straight, asshole. Let's get that straight right now. Let's get one thing straight and two things gay, dickhead. Fuck you.
Let's move on to the next topic before we dig us into the hole and have another 3-hour show.
Yes,
for you
and keep in mind we have 30 minutes left in our time slot, so whoever's going next needs to keep that in mind, because I will be cutting us off once we reach an hour and a half in the recording.
Okay, cool. So,
I'm not happy, by the way, that the man who said he was going to take 3 hours is going. I just want to point that out there.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Don't worry. I'm really good. I'm gonna try hard. Okay.
Gotcha.
So, I went to Canada a few weeks ago. I'm really glad we're talking about this now, because 2 weeks ago Jacob was talking about when he went to Boston. So I was like, "Fuck, now it's gonna sound like
talk about this for like a hot minute." It's been like a month.
Yeah, but something just kept coming up. Something just kept coming along. Okay, so before we get into this, it's important to note that the legal drinking age in Canada is 19. Just to kind of give like this backdrop of where I was for most of this.
I think I speak for all of us when I say this, but I think it is a New York tradition for when you're 19 to go to Toronto to have some beers.
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't even go to Toronto.
Everyone I know has done the skip across the border to like London or something just to get some beers.
To drink.
This is universal New York behavior.
Our story takes place in Clifton Hills, Ontario. This is quite literally right across. This is a 5-minute walk where we stayed. It's a 5-minute walk from the falls.
Okay.
So that's how close this place is to the border.
Lovely.
So it was a Friday to a Saturday. We had to take 2 cars. It was me and 5, later 6 other people. But first, the 6 people, it was me in 1 car, and then in the other car was my friend Jane, James, and my girlfriend.
Also James. Got it.
so getting through the border, major pain to the ass, because we have more people leaving America than coming into America right now. So we were in line for like 30 minutes at the border, waiting to be seen. So we show up like 45 minutes before the other car, because they all met at Jane's house. She lives like the next county over. We get there, we're staying at like a Marriott. We check in, we get up to our room, we put all of our shit down on the bed, and then, we stand there for a second, like hands on our hips, just like in thought, and somebody goes, "All right, let's go to the liquor store."
Immediately.
Yeah, so we walk over to the liquor store, buy shit, come back, and within like 20 minutes of arriving in the country, we're drinking.
As you do.
Yep.
You gotta
So by the
try
time the other car shows up with my girlfriend and the other two, I'm already like tipsy because at this point I'm like 3-4 months. I'm like 3-4 months sober, and as soon as we get there, I'm drinking like a twisted tea with with like a shot of liquor in it.
Lovely.
So then they show up, you know, we unpack our stuff, and we're like, all right, let's go to lunch. Where do we want to go to lunch? And then somebody says, there's a Hooters right next to the hotel.
Right.
And I'm not sure.
Naturally.
And I'm not sure if you guys have ever been to a Hooters.
No,
but I'm sure you know.
There's very few places I would like to go less than a Hooters.
But I'm sure you know how their waitresses dress up.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yes, infamously.
So, you know, I walk in, I'm already drunk. I'm drinking more there.
Mm.
Like I'm like having shit with like rum in it. And whenever I have to order from the waitress, because I was like raised to like make eye contact whenever I'm speaking to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm making like the most intense eye contact ever because I'm also sitting right next to my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I'm talking to the waitress, I'm like staring like dead. I'm like staring into like her forehead.
Uh-huh.
And then whenever I'm not staring at the waitress, I'm staring like dead into my girlfriend's eyes.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
So after that, you know, we walk out. Me and James, they're like, okay, we want to buy a Cuban cigar. So they drag my already stumbling drunk ass
Uh-huh.
like 3 blocks away to get a Cuban cigar that I don't end up even smoking.
Lovely.
So I'm like stumbling through the streets. Next thing I know.
So Robert, you're stumbling. How long were you in Canada before you got you wasted? How long? How long after you arrived and first started drinking is this?
Okay, from the moment we walk out of Hooters to the moment we pulled into the country, like an hour and a half.
You wasted no time. God damn.
No, I really didn't.
You
Yeah,
had a
he was on
mission,
it.
and you completed that mission so fast.
With surgical
If you were a
precision.
U.S. Marine, you'd be given medals for that speed.
Next thing I know, I'm in a pool at the hotel.
Okay.
Whoa,
So
whoa. Okay, so pause. Are you saying you got blackout drunk at a Hooters?
I wouldn't say blackout drunk, more just I forgot drunk.
Okay.
I forgot.
Now listen,
And like nothing of importance happened between walking to the cigar place and getting into the pool at the hotel.
Okay.
So next thing I know, I'm swimming back at the hotel with a few of the people. I don't want to keep stating names. And I look over, and James is talking to this random dude that I'd never seen before, and he's like, "Yeah, I have 4 tickets to see this comedian tonight. Do you guys want it?"
Okay.
And we're like, yeah, sure. Never heard of the comedian. I don't even remember what the guy's name was. And there were 6 of us.
Uh-huh.
So obviously 4 of us weren't going to go see a comedian and then let the other 2 go fuck themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So after we get back up to the room, we then go bar hopping.
God.
Bar hopping.
So okay, hold on.
After you were already shit faced too.
After I was already the first bar I get 1 drink.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And only main thing I remember is that I look over and I see my friend's face.
Mm-hmm.
And her face is different.
Okay.
How
not like
so that or now you're sounding a little schizophrenic.
Yeah. I look over and she just has like an uncanny face. I don't want to say that she had like a completely different person's face.
Uh-huh.
But she also her face looked different enough where I could notice it, but not so different where I'm like, okay, that's just a completely different person standing in front of me.
Uh-huh.
That's just a different person on my friend's body.
Okay.
so
Right.
did she put on makeup, or did you stop recognizing people around her?
I stopped recognizing people around me, but only her.
Okay.
Only her for that one moment.
And this is bar 1.
This is bar 1.
Lovely.
So then the only other thing that happened in there is that I was in the bathroom for like 20 minutes just talking to my friends. I wasn't like puking or anything, because something you need to know about me is I don't puke on alcohol.
Okay.
I could be like 13 shots deep and I'll be like, I won't throw up.
That's deeply concerning, but okay.
That's bar one.
Mm-hmm.
Bar two is, or well, I say bar loosely here. It's a place that served alcohol, but they only served beer, so I don't drink there. It was a millennial restaurant.
Ooh, is it one of those millennial burger joint things?
Yeah, those millennial burger
Yeah.
joints where they have like weird ass fucking everything costs like $30.
Yep, they got the brick walls, the like fairy lights.
Yeah.
Everything's $30
And it was
dollars.
You want to know what it was called?
What was it called?
It was
Hit me
called
with it.
The Works.
That's a millennial burger shop right there. If
That's-
I've ever heard
yeah.
one.
But we're in there. I'm not the only person that's like plastered. My friend James, he's so plastered. So the way we're sitting is that we're sitting at like half a booth, half a table. So like 3 of us are sitting on like a booth style seating, and the other 3 they're just sitting on chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then they have like these 3 like 2-person tables that they just cram together for the 6 of us.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So we're sitting there, and my friend James, so I'm sitting in like the middle on the booth. It's James, my girlfriend, sitting on the chairs, and then Jane, me, the other guy sitting on the booth.
Mm-hmm.
So Jane and James, they're sitting right across from each other. James is so like placid. He's like, I need to use the bathroom. He slams his hand down on the table. He starts like standing up,
Mm-hmm.
and then he falls.
Okay.
And here's the unfortunate thing.
Uh-huh.
The table was not bolted down.
Oh, no.
He grabs the table, falls over, and takes the table with him.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Drinks spilled
Oh,
everywhere.
no!
That's the real tragedy.
That's the
Spilled
real
everywhere.
tragedy.
So at this point, I'm like, okay, this fucking idiot. I need to like cool it on the drinking before this idiot, he falls in front of a car
Yeah.
going like 40 down the street. And that was pretty, the only other thing I remember there is because, I'm still like fucking plastered, is I look over across the street and I see a Ripley's Believe It or Not. And on the side of this building, there's like a wing mural across, like on the wall, with like space in the middle for like somebody to stand there for like a picture to be taken.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at it and I was like, that'd be a really nice place to take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fast forward real quick. The next morning, I was looking at my phone and I see tons of photos of us at that exact wall taking pictures at that mural. Did not recall it. Did not know it was happening at any point in time until I saw photo proof that it had happened.
Lovely.
Wonderful.
So,
Oh
coming
my
back, we split up. Our friend Andrew shows up
Mm-hmm.
because he was like, oh, I don't want to go, and then we convinced him to go in our drunken stupor. He shows up. It was me, him, and my girlfriend. We go to this. We go to the next bar called Boston Pizza.
And
while we're there,
in Canada, what?
in Canada, a place called Boston Pizza.
The name
Wonderful.
is astounding,
Okay.
but whatever.
Yeah,
They're Canadians.
but we show up there. The rest of our friends did show up later, and we were gaslighting this dude into believing that we were from Winnipeg.
All right.
That we were from Winnipeg in Canada.
I'm gonna
And
guess you've never been to Winnipeg, right?
No, I've never been to Winnipeg.
And he's just doing this recreationally. Like, why?
Yeah. And my friend Andrew, he's doing the Canadian accent. He's saying like "a" and "sorry" and all that shit. Only thing I remember learning about the guy we were gaslighting is that he believes that his wife is cheating on him. All I remember.
Okay.
Another quick few points from that situation is that my friend Jane, she died. She threw up in a bush.
Okay.
So James took her back to the hotel.
Phrase it like she died. Maybe we don't do that.
Yeah, that
When
was.
we're telling a story about drinking to excess.
Yeah, that was. I got real dark for a second. I was like, what?
So yeah, she died and then was taken back to the hotel to recover from her case of death.
Her case of death.
The rest of us go to a casino.
She dies. The rest of us go to a casino.
Yeah.
The rest
Listen,
of us,
Sam. You know what they say? If she's dead,
What?
put it on red. You know, that's what we've been saying around these parts. I don't know what parts you've been in, but that's what we say around here.
Hey, you white people are callous as fuck. God damn. What the fuck is that?
But I go to the casino, mind you. The Stanley Cup Finals hockey. If anybody doesn't watch hockey, Game 2 of that is happening. So I sit at the bar at the casino because I don't like gambling, and I watch hockey for an hour and a half, which is when my girlfriend walks up to me and says, "I want to go back to the hotel." So I go back to the hotel. Next thing I remember, I'm laying on the floor in the hotel with my own jacket over my eyes, listening to heavy metal. I lean up. I take out my AirPods. I look to my left. My girlfriend and Jane are ordering a pizza. Mind you, at this point, it's like 1:30 in the morning. I look over. My friend, he's asleep on the bed, and he's pounding on the door of the hotel room trying to get in. I'm like, I need to go to bed. So I lay down. I let in. I lay down. He curls up next to me and starts spooning me. I'm like, good God. And I can't fall asleep because my girlfriend is playing like fucking electronic music on the TV.
Oh my God.
So
I zoned out. I zoned out there for a little bit, but you snapped me back into this trance of spooning me. My attention has been piqued.
Can I ask, Robert, how many people were sharing this one room?
7 people.
Oh my God! Where did you all sleep?
I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a second. But 45 minutes later, the pizza shows up, and I get up. I take the opportunity. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of this bed, and then I get into the other bed with my girlfriend.
Right.
So we eat the pizza.
From the later, of course. Good
we away from Diddy himself.
Yeah.
So
Violated
45
Diddy
minutes.
himself.
So like an hour later, we finally go to sleep. One bed. It's in this order: Jane, my girlfriend, me.
Okay.
And I have like I'm like laying on my side, like, the space of my body. That's pretty much all I have in the bed.
Gotcha.
So I'm like half laying on my girlfriend because I have no bed there's no bed to be spared. Then in the next bed, it's and
Gotcha.
now, in case you aren't aware, that leaves 2 people unaccounted for.
It sure does.
Yeah.
My buddy James, he's back in the room. I don't know how he got back in. He didn't have a key or anything. Nobody remembers letting him in. And he's sleeping on the floor, and he just materialized a pillow and a comforter.
There we go.
Our buddy Andrew, he's gone. We have no clue where he went. So we like call him, and he's like, "Oh, what's up?" And he was like, "Where the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm home."
Okay. I'm home.
He slept from like 2 to like 7 in the morning in the back seat of his car, and then he woke up and drove home.
So based as fuck. First of all, can I just say? Second of all, didn't you only take 2 cars down? So this means you're now going to have to cram 6 people into a tiny car.
No. My buddy Andrew, he drove over in his own car because he came later than the rest of us.
Gotcha.
Okay. Nice.
So,
so we're not going to have a clown car situation here. Okay, I got you.
No, we're not going to have a clown car situation. In fact, the drive back is the same as the drive from. We go to IHOP the next morning. I'm like tired as shit.
Yeah.
And we're in IHOP. I'm sitting like right up in the corner. So I'm like I'm sitting there waiting for my food with like my head on the wall, fucking dying, and everybody's looking at me and fucking like laughing their ass off because I look like I'm dead.
Yeah.
And that's when somebody takes this video of me at IHOP, and I want you guys to take a listen. I want you guys to listen to it.
Okay. Let's give this a listen. Oh my God.
That is my friend. That is my friend James beatboxing to my near comatose. Yeah, I'm awake.
Yeah.
I'm awake in that.
You literally don't move other than blinking. That is an amazing video.
That is an amazing video. Oh my god.
It's so funny.
That's immediately getting downloaded, dude. I'm saving that forever.
This is so fucked up, man. What the fuck?
That's awesome.
This is awesome. Oh my god, dude. What the hell?
Yeah.
And that is the conclusion. That was the last thing of importance. It was a good trip. The only problem is that in that area, there's a lot of like touristy things. There's a giant fucking Ferris wheel. There's like mini golfing. There's like haunted houses and shit. Only thing on our itinerary was let's get drunk and go gamble. And me, Jane, and had no intention of gambling. So half of the group coming into the country had already stated that they were not going to partake in half of the itinerary.
There you go. Yeah, see.
And then Jane ends up getting drunkly sick, and then doesn't drink for the rest of the night.
So,
she dies.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Lovely.
Dude.
But that is the end of the Canada trip. I might be going back next month, but probably not.
I want to go, but also I don't.
I like how he experienced all that. He saw all that, and he's still there's still part of him that's like, maybe we'll do a sequel. Who knows?
We're doing a sequel.
Or back by popular demand.
How much time we got left?
None.
Ah, fuck you, Robert. All right.
Listen, I just want to say the desk situation did take up a lot of time.
Yes,
it did.
If anyone should be blamed, it should be Dominic. But let's not blame Dominic because that was a good bit.
Dom even said, "All right, I have nothing else to say about this desk," and then would say 3 more things about the desk.
I mean, desks are interesting.
Desks are interesting.
I'm not gonna lie. They are interesting. I've learned. I didn't know. I was kind of thinking weird at first, but then once I looked at everyone, once I looked at everyone else's setup, I realized the appeal. Because then you get to see a little bit of everyone's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Who's messy? Who likes frogs? Who couldn't be bothered? All that kind of stuff. It's amazing. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's get to some closing statements here, Samuel. And I mean, you kind of already somewhat did one, but if I could get an official one, that would be great.
Official closing statement.
Yeah.
Okay. Official closing statements. You know what? Don't be afraid to try new things. I've said this once before, but again, this show has always reminded me that it is the most important thing. If there's nothing else you can take from a show called Collective Stupidity, it's try new things. I was not interested in desks until very recently, and now I understand the appeal.
An hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
An hour ago. And, drink to your heart's content as long as you don't get...
Yeah, as long as you don't die in a bush in Clifton Halls, Ontario.
Yes. Try new things within reason. That's it. That's my closing statement.
And I love you for that closing statement, Samuel. Thank you so much. Dominic, would you like to hit me with a closing statement real quick?
I don't think he's here.
I also don't think he's here. I have no.
I also don't think he's here.
He's definitely not.
Because he also did not say. He also did not speak to my slander about.
When we were
segment.
yelling about him.
And I feel like, and knowing Dominic, I feel like he would have been very.
There would have been at least some level of comeback.
Yeah.
Maybe he died.
He's gone.
Possible. Yeah.
Maybe he pulled a Jane and died.
Maybe.
So were you talking about me?
Oh no!
Yes!
No, we weren't talking about you at all. Don't worry about it.
I mean, no, we weren't talking about you.
We weren't talking about you behind your back. Don't worry about it. Can you give me a closing statement, though, Dominic?
My mother came in and told me a whole bunch of things that I had to listen to, so I muted myself.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Unskippable cutscene.
IRL.
In short, she told me to unclear the vent. We're going to put the AC on. And I told her, well, don't bother because I don't get any of it upstairs. And she goes, I'm going to do it anyways because I work downstairs. Like, oh, great. All this really means is I can't have my windows open anymore. It's just... and I'm taking the Nugget back into the shop. I got to do that because I had the AC fixed, but it still doesn't work. So I'm going to have them redo it.
Okay.
In the Nugget.
I had them fix the AC, but they didn't fix the AC.
Well, I mean, the AC does this thing. Okay, the air conditioner Nugget, it does this thing where it works for about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the engine heats up to like full heat or whatever,
yep.
it shuts itself off and there's no more AC. Which when you're when you're just driving through the suburbs, it's fine because I keep the windows open. It's fine. But once I get on the highway and I'm doing 80, the wind noise is terrible. So I shut the windows and it just cooks, and it's like 120 inside the cabin, and I can't live like it. So I went over this in like these mechanics. So I don't know if I trust. Like, oh yeah. And they tell me it's
Are they from Charlie Brown?
The amount of coolant in the system is wrong, and so they have to redo it. Sure, whatever, do we do it? If it's gonna fix it, it's fine. So they pull and they like recharge the system with fresh coolant, right? And the same issue, it still shuts itself off when it gets too hot. So I'm gonna take it back, and I mean I paid for it. I'm not gonna have the same procedure done twice. I mean you told me it was fixed and it's not fixed, so Mr. Mechanic, you gotta, either you fix it or I want a refund of some sort because you did not fix my problem.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta deal with that.
Yeah.
Just threaten him with a gun.
And then my mother
Way
told
to
me I
not
had
fix
to,
my AC. You want to see an unregistered firearm?
buddy, I got this pistol.
God.
I tell you right now, mate, I have no paper for it. And then my mother told me I had to reverse the hitch on the truck so it can pull the camper. We like take it off and flip it upside down and put it back on, which is a bunch of bolts. I think I do that too. So that's where I was. I'm sorry, I had an unskippable side quest there of updates from my mom because she just got back home.
And nothing you can do.
Dominic, though, if you'd love to give us a closing statement, though, I would be so happy for that.
Fuck, I haven't got anything to pedal today. I think that's all I have.
Oh no!
What a shame.
If you, dear listener, are listening to this show and you have either the AC unit for a 2011 Honda CRZ, the base model, not the nice one, the base model, the cheap coolant, let us know and I will make you an offer.
Additionally, you can't refuse.
An offer you can't refuse, which may or may not solicit that unsolicited firearm. We'll find out. Also, if you have a table of some sort that is not folding, I could use a table for my desk and not a folding table that wobbles. That is the closest I'm going to get to a closing statement.
Great.
Get bent.
Awesome. I love how your closing statements have not been closing statements since the second episode we did a closing statement. That's really cool. I really love this trend.
It'll never be a closing statement. You're gonna have to just
No, I know. I made my peace with it long ago. Robert, though. Robert, though, would you love to give me a closing statement?
Yeah, sure.
So this is a video of Robert being drunk.
Yeah.
So out of it.
I'm not even drunk in that video. I'm hungover as shit though.
He looks.
You look amazing. If you look you look like the best man at a wedding right there. You look great.
What weddings have you been going to?
Only good ones.
Only good ones. That's the answer.
So, Canada, rip off Toronto, irreparable damage to my liver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Next time I may or may not talk about my next trip whenever that comes along. Because goddamn it, is the one who planned this, and you could really tell by the lack of itinerary. If I was the one planning it, I would have been like, all right, at this time we're gonna go to the Ferris wheel, and then we'll go do mini golf, and then like golf or go-kart racing and shit. No, fun shit, not like let's drink and then lose money.
Yeah,
and then lose money.
Go lose money.
So, if you're listening, he's definitely not.
Be better.
Be better, and I'll make this next one better. Stupid shit.
Make the Canada trip great again.
All right, gentlemen. That's the end.
It's not actually. I have my closing statement, you dick.
Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah.
God damn you.
Please don't kill me.
I will see to you after the recording stops. Don't worry. My closing statement is I'm going to become a corporate shell real quick. Please follow us on Instagram, Collective Stupidity Podcast, TikTok, Collective Stupidity Pod, or Collective Stupidity Podcast. It might show up as either one. I don't fucking know. I fucking hate TikTok. What's up?
Hold on. You know what we're going to do live? I'm going to follow it live.
I think you should.
Facebook right now.
I think
not Facebook, whatever the fuck it is.
Instagram. Yeah, and I also want you to react to the Instagram reel I sent you like weeks ago too, Dominic.
Collective.
Oh yeah, nice. And if there are any ladies listening, hit me up on my MySpace. MySpace.org.
MySpace? What year is it?
It's Sam. It doesn't matter what year it is. It's from what year he's from, which is apparently 1997.
Okay. I'm following it, and there's no post.
There is no post. There will be posts starting Friday, but for you guys, there's nothing yet.
Okay.
God,
Dominic, can I get a live reaction to the Instagram reel I sent you, though?
Did you just,
Yeah.
so you've just opened a can of worms here because I gotta learn how to do that.
Okay, so go to your homepage on Instagram. Go to your homepage on Instagram. We're gonna. My closing statement is I'm gonna teach Grandpa how to use Instagram. When you're on your homepage, I need you to go to the top right. There's gonna be a little paper airplane symbol, and then you're gonna go into that. That's your direct messages, your DMs, and then you're gonna scroll to my name, and then you're gonna open it, and then you're gonna look at what I sent you.
I don't see your name. Where the fuck are
I
you?
swear to God.
His DMs are broken.
What is going on, bro? What is this?
I swear to fucking God.
No, no.
I sent you a goddamn Instagram reel. I sent it. I remember doing it.
You did not. I do not see it.
You know what it probably is? You probably took too... Oh, no, you got to go to requests, probably. There's probably a request
Oh my
tab,
God.
because I've never sent you anything before. My fault. My fault, chat.
How do I go to request?
So, if you're in the messages tab, you're up at the top. There's going to be a blue... there's going to be a blue word that says requests. You're going to click on that. You're going to tap on that, sorry. And then you're going to look at...
Accept. Okay, how I can...
What is happening?
I don't
Have
know.
you found the request button, goddammit?
Looking at your fucking stupid reel of can equipment on in a bear trap.
Yeah, it's an Instagram reel of camera equipment on a bear trap, and it's there's a caption that says send this to someone who would fall for this trap, and so I sent it to him.
I would fall for that trap.
Good. Oh my God, that's literally weeks worth of validation you've just given me. Oh, thank you, Dominic. I love you.
Oh my God. Okay, I have a new closing statement. If anybody out there understands the Instagram,
Dom needs a tutorial,
I
please.
I do not know how to use it.
Oh
Please send us a tutorial because I know not what I do.
I know not what I do.
He knows not the folly of his
do.
actions. He knows not his folly.
He does not. Hey, you know, I have nothing to say.
Okay, well, that's it. I think we got what we needed.
Okay.
Now I have to sort Samuel out, which will be done with a firearm.
And he wonders why we think he would have liked to kill JFK.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Dick. Suck my fucking nuts.
I mean, there's two people inflicting violence on people that they dislike. One is me, and the other one, shockingly, is you. Robert and Dom don't do it.
No,
you would be the people threatening to kill people with guns.
Ironically, because you're like the nicest, cuddly teddy bear of the bunch. Usually,
Aww,
you're kind of the moral guideline. I feel like, or at least I felt like, but it's slowly slipping. More and more, every interaction I have with you, you're becoming more of this. I don't even know. You're not the teddy bear I initially thought.
That's sad.
My suspicions were completely confirmed. Like when I met you, I thought you were a black guy, and now I know you're a black guy.
Like, if we take nothing away from this episode, it's good to know that Dominic only sees color.
If only I owned a gun to show you how black I really am.
Okay. That's enough of that. That's enough of whatever the fuck you're doing.